I may have made a mistake. I bought this instead of the Milwaukee sprayer. And you can see I'm kind of a Milwaukee tool guy. Let me explain. You've seen me clean my mini split air conditioner twice now. I've done 2 videos on it. I'm not going to do another one. That's not what this is about. I use this sprayer. It's just the standard pump sprayer to spray the coils off and get everything clean. I've also used a traditional pump sprayer. This one worked pretty good. This one not so much. This one lacked the pressure that I needed, and the hose is kind of short, so you kind of had to hold this and spray with one hand and hold this with the other hand. It was a little bit awkward. So I wanted to get a sprayer like the professional air conditioning guys, where they have the battery operated pump with a like 1 or 2 gallon jug, and with a hand wand that they could spray and use and do all that stuff. So I looked at the Milwaukee one. The Milwaukee one was an M12, and I liked it, except I felt the hose was too short. So I found this one on the old Amazon, and this is how it came. It's just this thing in a box with very little packing and a 6-page owner's manual. Super simple. It's battery operated. It even has a little light on it, which, whatever. I don't really know what that use would be, but it's got a light. This thing holds 8 liters, which I think is 2 gallons. The jug comes off so you can fill it in the sink, and everything else is stored inside. Which you take and put the hose out like this. Put your top on. And now you got a pretty portable unit to clean the coils on your air conditioner. Now, I put a little bit of water in this, and I'm going to show you how it sprays. Okay, once you turn it on, it's just like a garden hose. You just squeeze the trigger. And you can adjust the stream just like you would on a garden hose. It even has a lock on it, so when you depress the handle, you can lock it on. I don't even know how to pronounce that name, but there it is. I'll put a link in the description if you want to check it out. I've got it set up right over here next to my power station. It's got a USB-C plug. Plug it into the side. Turn it on, and this is where I'm going to charge it. The other thing I like about it is my mini split's about 7 feet off the ground. So this hose extends out quite a ways. I'd say it's at least 10 feet, maybe 12 feet long. So now this can sit right on the floor, and I'll be able to spray the coils up on the wall. Did I just make a mistake buying this thing, or should I have bought the Milwaukee? The hose on this thing is 3 times as long, and it costs half as much, so I guess we'll see. So I'm going to go ahead and get started, and you guys can let me know what you think. All right, this is the setup in the house. I got the cleaning bag on. I'll put a link in the description if you're interested in getting a cleaning bag. This one works pretty good. We've got our sprayer set up here on the floor, and as you can see, I got plenty of hose to reach up here and do what I got to do. I'm going to go ahead and spray some coil cleaner up there. I'm going to let it marinate for a minute, and then we'll rinse it off. I'm going to go ahead and spray some of this coil cleaner on here. There'll be a link in the description if you're interested. The stuff I'm using is nothing special, just off Amazon with this bonnet kit. I try to spray this on pretty liberally. It's a foam. The only thing we can't get wet is this area over here. Everything else from here over. Everything else from here over we can get as wet as we need to. The water will drain down into this hose and into that bucket. Got the headlamp on. There's a link for that in the description as well. It's really not that expensive, just a cheapo one, but you can, it's got some motion activation stuff on it. All right, here we go. It's either gonna do really good or make a hell of a mess, one or the other. I like it already. You probably can't see that. Let me get you in a little bit closer. Well, that's definitely faster than a pump sprayer, and I think we used 1/4 of a tank of water, so I'm gonna keep going. Now it looks like most of the water's gone out the actual drain. I haven't gone outside and looked, but there's really only about an inch or two of water in this thing. Now we're going to try to get that squirrel cage fan clean. That's always the tough part. Forgot to take the deflector off. Now that I got it off, you can see all the dirt up in there. All right, you're kind of in the way. I'm going to set you over here and just knock this out. Okay, I got the inside all buttoned up. Everything's working perfect. I went outside, more of the same out there. I sprayed the coils down with the cleaner and then hosed them off with the sprayer. Everything worked great. Checked the condensate line. That thing is running like nobody's business because it's a hot, humid day today. So that thing is flowing well, and honestly, I think a lot of the water that I rinsed went down through there too. So it's nice and clear, wide open, and working perfect. So let's talk about the problem that I had with the sprayer. The thing works fantastic, by the way. So the issue I had is when I would squeeze the trigger, it would initially come out with a high pressure, and then it would kind of dwindle, and then it sounded like it would lose prime. And that happened quite a bit. Initially, I was a little bit disappointed. And then I went to refill the bucket, and I noticed that it was kind of like sucked in a little bit. Obviously, I went back to my high school science class, and there's no vent. So there's no vent here. So all I did, this yellow thing here, I believe is just a tether to keep this cap from, getting lost. All I did was take that off, and that left that nice big hole in the cap. And of course now we're pumping water out on one end, we're sucking air in on the other end, so the tank worked perfect. And at that point the pressure and the flow actually increased dramatically. So overall, doesn't tell you in the owner's manual, but if you want to get the flow going, take this off and your pressure will increase and so will your flow. So now the answer to the question, do I regret buying this over the Milwaukee? Right now, no. This thing worked amazing. The fact that it has a really long hose on it and can sit on the floor worked great. The pressure of like you could adjust the straight stream, the pressure would actually spin the wheel, the squirrel cage fan. And I mean, it's not perfectly clean. I mean, it is 6 years old, but it's the cleanest I've ever done it in those 6. It's the cleanest I've ever gotten it in the 6 years that I've been cleaning it. So I've tried it a bunch of different ways. That hood that I have that goes over the top of it, that's a game changer. This is a game changer. And I think for the first time in 6 years, I finally got a system that works well for cleaning a mini split. So do I regret buying this thing? No. Is the Milwaukee better? I don't know. But this is what I got, and this is what I'm going to continue to use for now. So that's it for today's video. I appreciate you watching. If you made it to the end, you are better than most. Feel free to leave a comment or even subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Thanks for watching.